Hey everybody, this is Richard. So just wanted to check in and show the update on this video. So we're doing a video right now of just some live trades for Monday, the 5th of December. And so far the market has been open, the equity markets that is, for about an hour and maybe I guess an hour and 10 minutes. But you can see this top chart is where the options trades are going to populate. And what I mean by that is if we go over here to Friday, you'll see this yellow text. And again, you don't have to understand any of this. I'm just showing it as more so that you can kind of see the algorithms trade live. But this was an options trade that we did on Friday. And I just did a video on that one. But over here, we're just on today. So no trades have showed up yet. This is the options algorithm running. You can see that the algorithm is tracking the current day, comparing it to all the previous days in the back test and just looking for opportune trades. So far it hasn't created any, but it could in probably about 20 minutes. It's possible it could have another one. Over here though, we have the futures, the Emerald Futures algo, and this one, there's a decent chance it could trigger here in about a minute actually. So let's just watch it and see if it does. In the meantime, I'll just sort of talk a little bit more about these algos. But so the options algorithm again is traded on Paladin and Noble. Noble takes the first 2 trades, while Paladin takes the first 8 trades. So far we've had 0 trades. Again, Friday we had 1 trade. So if we get an options trade, they both will take it, Noble and Paladin. On the futures side, it's a similar thing, except they both take all the futures trades. So Noble will take a trade if it happens now, and so will Paladin. But let's just watch and see it. There's a chance it might go short, and so let's just kind of watch it. But yeah, my name is Richard, by the way. I'm the founder and owner of AlgorithmicTrading.net, and I'm doing these videos just to kind of show people some of the trades as they occur live so they can get a better feel for what we're doing. But yeah, so you can see here we actually went short. So the algorithm did go short, and what you see here is that it went short, and let me move this over a little bit so you can see it, because this what this shows on the left is just the profit and loss on the trade. And so so we're short right now, and we'll just see how it goes. It also shows up here in the top left, and this is a sim account, so this isn't live. The trades are executed live by the auto execution broker, and that includes the account that I trade. So I'll sign off for now. We'll just see what happens here. But so far, we're just in this short trade. I have no idea how this is going to end up, so we'll just watch it together. Now, I would like to do a real quick risk disclosure, so let me do that. So keep in mind, trading futures and options involves substantial risk of loss. It's not appropriate for all investors. And of course, past performance is not indicative of future performance. Finally, I'm not a CTA. The algorithms are offered under a letter of direction. So what I'm going to do now is just speed up the video so that we don't have to wait around too long. When I come back, I'll be talking about the options algorithm, and then we'll just keep monitoring this trade. Hey everybody. Okay, so in about 2 minutes, the options algorithm could generate a trade. Now in the meantime, as I showed you earlier, we did get into a short trade, so we're short the market right now at about right in here. This just shows the profit and loss. Right now it's just up slightly, maybe a point. But this trade will stay on until the algorithm determines that, in essence, that it should exit. And if the market just sort of gradually goes lower today, then more than likely it'll just hold until the close and then get out. Now the options algorithm, though, again, I've shared this in the other videos I've done, but again, really what it's doing is it's just looking at all these different points when the market opens, and it does that for about the first 3 hours roughly. And what it's doing is just analyzing the current day and then sort of comparing it to every day in the back test, going all the way back to, in this one it's back to 05, but in the back test it's gone back to 1995. So that's what it's doing. It's looking to see if there's a similar pattern, and if there is, then it's basically determining what are the odds, how many times did it happen, and what are the odds that the market closes above that point. So it's a pretty cool algorithm because it's really more of a walk forward algo. So the results that we show are more walk forward as opposed to like a back test. but it's still simulated. It's still from the hypothetical account, so keep that in mind. But let's just keep waiting here. Pretty soon it will put some more text on the screen more than likely. Let's just see what it does. Okay, so at the key time, it did not enter a trade, but instead gave us some text that says if the market rallies, it could enter into a trade. Now, we're also in this short trade right now, and that's what you see on the left. And obviously I sped up the clip so that we can see it, but this short trade really did start to develop in a positive way for us. And at this point in the video, we are not in any option trade, but I'll just be quiet now and let the video continue, and then I'll pick up here in a second. Hey everybody, so this is Richard again. I wanted to give a brief update. It looks like that we could get our next option signal in about 30 seconds, so we'll see what happens. That's going to be over here on this chart though. Now again, this is the options algorithm. The futures, the Emerald day trade short is over here, and it actually did have a trade that we saw occur right in here. There we go, kind of right. See if I can drag this down. Anyway, this candle, we went short. Right now, it's up about a little over 20 points. So far, it's a pretty good trade. What it'll do is it'll continue to hold. If you're watching this video and you're curious, at what point does it get out? That's actually related to these dotted lines up at the top. But for now, let's go back to the options algorithm because we did get a trade generated. So this trade is, it looks like it's a option trade. So they're all option trades, but this is a 25-point spread where we're selling the 40.15 put and buying the 39.90 put. So that's a 15-point spread. And we'll see how much premium we collected on that. But the other potential trades are listed at the bottom here. And so we'll just have to see kind of what happens. But for now, we just got into the spread trade. And by the way, it can be normal that we're in both trades. It doesn't really matter. They're both separate trades. They're both looking at different things. And it's okay because they both have their own odds, their own potential for profit. And so we just sort of let them run. But I'll give an update later, but let's just kind of see how the day develops. Okay, so here's another option trade that just popped up. So this is another spread trade. 40.20 is what we're selling, and 39.95 is what we're buying. So again, these are bullish positions. These are bullish put spread trades. And I know it for a lot of you, it might feel weird that we're short the futures, but we're also in the put spread. Don't worry about that. What I would encourage you to do is just think of it as two separate trades. And so so one of them is putting the odds in favor of a down move. The other one is not necessarily an up move, but some kind of a sideways move as well. Because again, with the put spreads, all we need is for it to close at this level. So if the market closed at this level, then we would be pretty much full profit on both of those spreads. And then we'd be profitable by $1,100 on the futures. Now, a lot could happen. If the market rallies or stabilizes, this trade could exit. That's one thing that could happen. And then if the market rallies, we would be profitable on the put spreads, or the market could just keep rolling over. And if that happens, more than likely it will stay short. And so whatever we might lose on the put spreads, hopefully will be kind of minimal compared to what we'll make on the futures trade. And so that's just how it works. That's part of this strategy. So it feels weird at first, but once you see it, how it trades, it kind of starts making sense. So we could also get into a third option trade, but we'll have to see. And again, Noble has taken the first two option trades. It took both those trades, where Paladin also took those two. The difference between Paladin and Noble, again, is that this one, Paladin will keep taking any additional trades that pop up, where Noble is pretty much done for the day. So Noble is in these two spreads plus the Emerald short. Paladin is in the same two spreads plus the Emerald short, but Paladin could take more trades. All right, so I'll just let it run, and we'll see how the day continues and where the market eventually closes. Okay, so we did just get into another option trade. Now this is the third trade of the day, so that means that Paladin took this one, but Noble didn't. And all we did is we sold another put vertical where we sold the 40.20 put and we bought the 39.95 put. So it's actually the same as the previous trade. And so now we're basically just in two of those put spreads. So at this point we're in three, and that more than likely will be the last option trade that we have today, but we'll let it run and see. As far as the day trade goes, it's hard to say what it's going to do. There's a decent chance that if the market stabilizes, it'll get out. But if the market keeps showing data that suggests it's in a strong down, then it'll just hold on to that. And so it can be a little frustrating at times because, we're up quite a bit right now. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking this thing's going to rally and they would rather get out now, but it's just hard to say. But we just trust the algorithm, we let it run. And right now the algorithm says hold on to it. Now, I know it's confusing though, because over here on this chart, we have kind of a different conflicting trade. But the difference though, or one way to think about it is, these are spreads that we're doing, and so it's not really a directional trade. I mean, it is in a way, but we're really just short the premium. So the options will expire today, and we just want them to expire worthless. So if the market stays at this level, we will be up a decent amount on all three trades. In fact, I believe all three would be full profits. Yeah, if we closed above 40.20. So we would be profitable if the market rallies, but there is still another. It's only 12:30 Eastern Standard, so there's another 3.5 hours of trading. So that's all I got. I know I'm just sort of rambling now, but let's just watch it and see how it closes. And more than likely, I'll just speed up the video so that you can see. But if anything else happens, then I'll definitely jump back on and give more commentary on it. All right, well, the market closed and we got out of the short trade. So it turns out that was a great trade, obviously, really good. Also, the pop into the close was positive for us because we ended up closing above all of our short strikes, which were at 39.95, or I'm sorry, our long strikes. So that's good. Still would have been ideal if we would have closed above 40.20. But today was definitely a profitable day, and so it's a good day. But I'll go ahead and post the final results and add any final commentary. Okay, so I know this video has gone on pretty long, so I want to wrap it up here. But basically, this is just a product comparison sheet. You can pause this and look at it. Just remember the disclaimers on the bottom. But we were looking at Noble and Paladin today. We didn't really look at any Geronimo trades. The other thing I'll mention real briefly here, again, is I'll just close with this disclosure. Just remember that trading futures and options involves substantial risk of loss. It's not appropriate for all investors. I'm not a CTA. I offer the algorithms under what's called a letter of direction. Now, finally, if you want to get in touch with me, shoot me an email at sales@AlgorithmicTrading.net. That's our general sales one. You can also send it to Richard@AlgorithmicTrading.net. Thank you so much for watching, though, and have a great day. Bye-bye.